What are some of the basic things I can do to help me stand out from my colleagues? I read a great piece recently while traveling by management guru Tom Peters in the Financial Times on the subject. And he suggested there were 4 things that you could do. And in fact, he said you needed to be obsessive about. I don't know if you need to be obsessive, but I thought the 4 things were pretty good. And I thought I'd give you my impression of those 4 things. Okay, number 1, frontline managers. People often forget how important the frontline manager or the first level manager is. And you shouldn't be confused that the real work of any organization is really being done at the front line. Yes, executives make big decisions, but your frontline people make them successful. You need to keep in touch with your first level managers and where possible their people. Now, sometimes you're going to have to tell them what's what and the way it is, but you also need to listen and find out what's really happening at the coalface. Okay, number 2, cross-functional excellence. Peters suggests that most cross-functional teams and their failures can be fixed by just taking each other out for lunch. Or put it another way, if you get to know them teams better and listen to each other, you can resolve most of the issues. Now look, I believe that's part of the solution, but I also think very important is shared objectives. Few cross-functional teams have shared objectives, and when they don't, they often have conflicting ones. When you share objectives, you resolve differences and you achieve your objectives. Now in the Cold War they called that mutually assured destruction or MAD, but we call it sharing risks and rewards across teams. Okay, number 3, strategic listening. Peter talks about strategic listening as a key management talent. I had a boss that called it root cause analysis and another called it the third why. But the trick here is really to go deeper, to really understand the issue and what created the issue. Sometimes you can do that just by repeatedly asking the question why till you get to the real issue. But really, strategic listening is a key skill. Okay, 4, meetings. Now, we all think we have too many meetings, and we complain about other people's meetings. Now, Peter's saying he's not making a point about how many meetings, but how they're used. For each of us, we really need to get a hold of our meetings and how they operate. What's more, we should really educate and encourage our teams to do a better job at managing and running their meetings. If you want some more thoughts on running better meetings, check out episode 8. Bottom line here is this. I've seen a lot of big strategies fail because of little execution issues. Sometimes it is important to sweat the small stuff, if that small stuff is the difference between success and failure.